Who's the one calling for harm? I haven't seen anybody on the right, okay, calling for the death of folks on the left, especially prominent figureheads, right? Either whether they're in the Republican Party or they're talk show hosts like us. Nobody's out there when Joe was in and we knew he was ruining the country and the world going, let's get Joe, go take Joe out. Nobody was doing that. We wanted him voted out. We wanted him to retire or resign because he lost his marbles, but nobody wanted folks dead. What do you think, Sarah?
I mean, you're absolutely right, Dan. You're spot on. It's just the problem is that these Democrats try to hold us to standards that they never intend to hold themselves to. They don't have these morals. They don't have the high ground. They don't have these values. They, of course, cheer on the violence. They cheered on the assassination of Charlie Kirk, one of the most inspirational, outspoken leaders of our, of his generation. You mentioned the text from Jay Jones. You'll notice, Dan, here's the sharp difference, okay? Jay Jones had a text message in which he doubled down on the seriousness of his point when he said, sometimes people just need to feel pain personally before they move on policy. This was not a joke. This was like an actual thought that he had to cause harm to someone's children, who of course are innocent. So explain to me why I'm supposed to be outraged that some dudes who were goofing off in a group chat used language that I would never use. But the point is that it was all made in jest. These were comments that they made in jest when they thought that they were speaking in private. And I refuse to give in to this rage mob on the left who wants us to, everyone has to issue a public statement now about whether or not they, what are their thoughts on this? Honestly, Dan, I understand it was terrible that they should have never said it. But I don't care. I have bigger fish to fry. I have bigger things to worry about. I want to fight the evil that is coming from the left. I don't care about a group text.
Thank you. That's me too. And look, this is the only reason I brought it up, to try and get out in front of it, to say, look, we read the text messages, what they said about women and minorities and Jewish people and everything in their private text messages, a bunch of 20 to 30-year-olds talking trash, was ridiculous, disgusting, and we condemn it. Now put it to bed. Now let's talk about the real threat to the country. The real threat to the country is not some 20 to 30-year-olds talking ridiculous crap on private messages. The threat is when Democrat leaders and the mainstream media lie and cover for them are out there literally calling for violence against us. I made a quick list, Sarah, and I'll get your thoughts on this. When it comes to either assassination attempts or beatings. Trump, 2 of them. Charlie killed, Justice Kavanaugh arrested, Steve Scalise shot, Benny Johnson's entire family threatened, Nick Sorter punched, Ben Berquam beat up, Catholic school, Nashville school, Adam Gillette, MTG, Boebert, all swatted, tried to kill them, the ICE shooting at the facility. I can keep going. Yeah. Now, where's the list? The other way around, folks. Show me that list, lefties.
Yeah. You're exactly right. And that is why it's frustrating, because the right gets sucked into this whole all the time, every single time. I don't know when they will learn that they don't want to be called Hitler. They don't want to be called a Nazi. They don't want to be called a white supremacist. But the fact of the matter is the Democrats are going to call us all that anyway. Exactly. Right? They're going to call us all of that anyway. They have no intention of stopping. And I just choose not to give in to this, oh my gosh, we have to kowtow to the Democrats and we have to apologize as many times as they say before it's enough. It's never going to be enough, which is why we just need to stop giving in to this selective outrage. They don't care about rhetoric. They don't care. You had the Democrats on mainstream media talking about how Charlie was a divisive figure before his body was even cold. Lying. I will not be lectured by these people.
I know, and the media doesn't push back. They're complicit. No. They're partners in crime. Because if they were real journalists, they'd go, no, wait a minute. Here's a clip, and he didn't say that he hates black people and is racist. Watch these clips. He didn't say that he was against transgenders. He was hoping they would get care. He didn't tell people that got aborted they were horrible individuals. He would pray for them and say, I hope you have your baby. The media is just as guilty as the crazy Democrats who push it. And then as far as I'm concerned, they're the ones helping to squeeze the trigger when one of our friends is shot at or killed.
Yeah.
That's not my opinion. That's a fact. Because when you condition an entire nation, you've desensitized them, and then you've dehumanized their subject they hate, whether it's Trump, you, me, any MAGA people, right? So they're already desensitized with all the crap in our world. Then the people they hate, that's not a human, that's a racist.